I say, if somebody asks on occasion that, back in the day anyway, that I was a comedian. And they automatically assumed that that meant that I was a stand up comedian and not a screen comedian or an improv comedian or a sketch comedian or, a performance artist kind of gig or bit, And I had an improv troupe called the Ozone Improv Troupe, and we did a lot of sketches. A lot of the sketches that you see online on this channel and others were with the Ozone Improv Troupe. So it's basically like J.P. Ward and the Ozone Improv Troupe. That was the act, and we had done a lot within a year in 2005 around Harford County. Like if they had a stage and a microphone, and they were going to let us act like animals, great. We took the gig. We took the job. And we were doing stuff online and free websites and MySpace and all that stuff didn't pop for another year, but we were there, and handing out DVDs of our stuff and our shows and our sketches and everything. And long story short, we were petitioning comedy clubs in Times Square. All of them told us to go fuck ourselves except for one comedy club called the Ha Comedy Club. It was in Times Square, it was right in Restaurant Row. And whoa, they want to meet with us. So we took the bus down there. Me and two of the guys took the bus down there. These are like high school kids, And I go up to the podium at the front area of the comedy club where the bar was. And I said to the guy, "Yeah, I'm J.P. Ward with the Ozone Comedy Troupe. I have just a quick chat and a handshake meeting with someone, the guy's name." And this one guy walks this way, this one guy walks this way, and this guy walks back again. And the guy at the podium goes, "J.P. Ward at the Ozone Comedy Troupe." And the guy turns around and like, "Oh, yeah, I was expecting it." I was like, that was weird. And so we hashed things out, and he booked us. It was a dinner show on a Saturday night in January. And we were freaking out because, UCB was in Chelsea, and the Whitest Kids were at Pianos, which is a little more downtown. And, we were like right in Times Square at this, so we thought we were like the king shits, right? And we handed out like 1,000 flyers in Times Square that day the day of the show, and busking and yelling and screaming. And showtime, peered through the curtain, nobody showed up. And I couldn't do it anymore. I'd financially and mentally, emotionally, I'd done all I could. And that was when I kind of decided to quit stage comedy, improv comedy, stand-up, all that kind of stuff. I still did public access in Connecticut. I still did, sketches and little things that spilled out over to the internet eventually. But that was probably when I gave up and was more looking towards the West Coast as far as acting, being a legit commercial actor, than I was, trying to get on SNL or any type of stage comedy in New York or theater or anything like that. And then within a couple months, MySpace and YouTube popped. And then I went from competing against 5 or 6 groups to competing against half the known universe. And then I was done. I think a lot of stuff that I had done after that was for other people and not for me. I think any other bits that I did for student films or even with the Ozone Comedy Troupe or anything on the internet or any type of amusement park work or, wrestling gigs and all that kind of stuff was for other people. Yeah, I mean, it just... Because my mind was already in LA. And I did eventually go to LA, but it was just going to take a lot. Because I wasn't a good actor. And in order to become a good actor, it's a constant preparation, a constant rehearsal, constant practice, constant learning, constant training. And, if you're taking auditions there too, it's, just your wardrobe, your hair, your nails, your skin, your You know, there's a lot more to it than just showing up to Hollywood saying, "Here I am, make me a trillionaire." I wish. I wish.